So the November Hi-Fi show just finished yesterday, and I would love to share with you guys the most interesting ones for me personally that I've seen in the whole event. So for those people who's maybe outside on Philippines, November Hi-Fi show is an event that we celebrate every year, and it's of course audio brands coming together and showcasing their new stuff, and even demoing some of the maybe latest and greatest that they have. So it's still mostly 70% is home audio, and then there's some that's portable audio, but still mostly a home audio event. But hopefully in the future we can have our own maybe pure portable audio event. That will be really interesting. But yeah, let's go to the things that are really interesting for me. Number one is I have seen this BMW and Macintosh setup. It's my favorite speaker setup in the event. I asked the owner, it's around maybe 8 million pesos for the whole setup, around 2.2 million for the speakers, and around maybe 5 something million for the rest, DACs, amplifiers, maybe streaming service, streamers that they have, I'm not sure. But around 8 million for the whole setup. And I love the liveliness of the sound, a very realistic sounding, transparent sounding, and the detail retrieval for the speakers is sublime. So one of the best that I have experienced so far, and it looks really cool as well. It's like an art piece in your home. If you do manage to come up with 2.2 million to spend on a speaker, that would be really nice looking. Number two, interesting for me, is the Magnipans. So the Magnipans, I have seen it a lot in the whole event, but it's kind of like a flat speaker. It doesn't look like a speaker per se. So if you're gonna have it in your room, it won't look like a speaker. So that might be an advantage in some occasions, and it sounds really nice as well. The vocal clarity, the vocal resolution for the Magnipans, and for the combinations that I've seen, anyways, really nice. So really love that, the Magnipans, and of course the form factor, really cool. And number three is we have Tangu in the November Hi-Fi show, so that's cool. Shout out to Nicole from Tangu. So we're able to converse. They have some products that I only have heard now, like the Neza, the Fudu. Of course, the winners are there, and they have a new flagship around $600. And I believe what I like from the whole thing is the Neza. So that is, I would love to get a review unit of that. For me to be able to measure it up and make it go through its paces. But from what I remember, that is my favorite from the whole Tangu event. So really cool on that. And yeah, I was able to meet some Tangu, really cool people. So yeah, really cool that we're able to see HIFI now in our local events. And of course, in the event we still have flip ears. I have seen them before in the previous Hi-Fi shows, and glad to see them here as well. And they do have they actually have a new flagship, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the most expensive one that I've seen in their display. But I actually like that the most. I believe it has bone conduction. It's quite a big IM as well. I will try to show maybe some display of that, but that's definitely my favorite. And they do have some new stuff. I believe Astra 2024, 2023 version. So a newer version of some of their old IEMs. And yeah, I've listened to most IEMs as well. A really cool presentation. But I believe the latest one, the flagship one, I believe it's more for the Western market. They kind of catered it towards that. That is kind of my favorite. So they're still developing it, but it's cool that we have that level of flagship IEM available and manufactured in the Philippines. I was able to meet I&M Audio as well. So he has a new 8 IEM. So I believe that's his flagship IEM. 50K, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So something like that price point, so north of $600-700. And yeah, I've listened to it. Definitely a bit different compared to the flip ears, but yeah, it's cool to see that he has new stuff coming in as well. And what's cool with I&M and also flip ears as well is you can do some customization. So if you're into that, making the IMs your own, they're both can be your picks. And it's cool because it's a local brand. So I always love to support local. So if you have that need, this two brands that you can definitely consider. And we also, of course, went to AudioTechnica, and actually that's, AudioTechnica is the reason why I was there. So I was invited to their show, and they have the Sound Burger, which is might be my favorite release of that whole event, because it's a new thing. You guys know me, for those who's watching for a long time. A gear that I like is gear that has unique selling points, something new that introduced to the market, and the Sound Burger definitely has that. It might be the most portable vinyl player that I've seen. And what's cool about it is it has Bluetooth, and it's rechargeable as well, lithium-ion battery, and of course you can put your 3.5mm jack there as well. So, and yeah, I do have my own vinyl collection, and I mentioned to AudioTech that I would love to get the Sound Burger in the studio. Actually heard from AudioTechnica. Shout out to Rain Carol for entertaining me there, but I heard from them that the yellow version is the best-selling out of the group, and they were really surprised about that. But yeah, definitely cool on that. Another one is I checked out their new wood collection, audiophile headphones. It's the AWTK and the AWAS, so both are wood, closed back, and then a driver, I believe, as well. I've listened to both. I do like the AWTK a bit more. So it meets my preferences for sound. So that maybe warmer in the sound compared to the AWAS, which is kind of more monitor, tighter sounding. So yeah, AWTK has my gas. So again, if I can get it in studios, I can review really nice. But it's around 100K, I believe. So there were no open backs in the event. Which can be good, because in open backs, really hard to audition in a noisy event. But yeah, it's cool that I was able to test them out as well. Next would be Egghead. So we went to Egghead, and actually for their show, for their room, not much new that we have seen. I was able to test out some IEMs, and I did get a bit of gas with some IEMs. Of course, some headphones, but some headphones that are a bit older, so not that much excited about that. And there's also a really expensive speaker setup, around 800,000 USD, I believe, for the speakers. I'm not sure for the whole setup, because they do have still amplifiers and DACs as well, to power all of those. So yeah, that's also really cool. It's really tall, made of metal. It's like, again, an art piece. But it's cool to see speakers of that maybe level here in Philippines. And of course, I got some new vinyl as well. So there's a whole vinyl sale going on in the HIFI show. They have it as well before. I got Santana vinyl, just like to get a souvenir, but yeah, I didn't really intend to get new vinyls there, because I do have my vinyl collection, but they also have a vinyl sale there. So that is mostly the interesting ones that I have seen in the whole show. So not much portable audio again, but I was able to cover, I think, as much as I can, the portable audio that is available there. Again, hopefully in the future we can organize a purely portable audio event in Philippines. That will be really interesting. If I can help to organize that, of course, I would definitely love to do that. One thing that I really liked about having everything in one whole event is, of course, you can A/B test the best with a whole event, because you can test all the products and test them side by side, and you can remember easily the sound signature that is your preference and not as well. So you can decide better in the future, if you just see maybe a signature of an IEM, if it's for you or not. So it will help the people as well who wants to get into audio kind of realize their preferences, and not coming from somebody who's just buying online. It will be harder for that person to be able to experience everything. So it will be nice to have purely portable event, hopefully in the future. Thank you for the people who greeted me as well in the November HIFI show. So those type of greetings definitely gives me a bit of boost to make more content for you guys. Some of the next stuff that we are going to review. So this is the new AudioTechnica ATH-TWX9. So something that I got from the November Hi-Fi show from AudioTechnica. So this might be our next review, and I'm very excited about this because it's my first AudioTechnica TWS to review. So yeah, really interesting to check out how they tune this, and yeah, is this similar to some other AudioTechnicas that we have here in the studio? So something that's next. So let me know what you want to know about this, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt video. Goodbye.